Hi, you're welcome to Financial Freedom Hub, your online earning tutorial channel and the ultimate wealth creation channel. In this video, we are going to look at how to build capacity for financial empowerment. How to build your capacity for financial empowerment. And so that's what I'm going to be taking you through in this video in the next few minutes as we delve inside. So let's get inside. I'm a human capital development consultant and a life coach, and then I do a number of other things. So let's get inside and let's see what we have. Financial empowerment through capacity building. Financial empowerment through capacity building. In order to be empowered financially, you need to build your capacity. And so what is it that we need to know about capacity building? Let's get inside and then I'll take you through briefly. So by way of introduction, earning is rooted in learning. In order for you to be able to earn, you must learn, and then you must acquire certain relevant knowledge that will help you in your selected field of learning, because knowledge is the fertilizer that makes your money tree blossom. So I said earning is rooted in learning, as knowledge is the fertilizer that makes your money tree blossom. Your ability to earn begins with what you know, and your limit to earning is what you should know but you do not know. Let me take that statement again. Your ability to earn money begins with what you know. Now, if you remember, I did a video about 2 days ago, and then we were looking at attracting money into your life, attracting money into your life. I think that was yesterday. And so we said there are 3 secret keys that you should know in order to attract money to yourself. Number 1, we said what you do, how well you do it, and the difficulty of replacing you. What you do must come with your ability to earn money, and then what you know determines what you will do. The knowledge you have, the knowledge set or the skill set you have will determine the amount of money you earn. And then the limit to your earning is what you should know but you don't know. It means if you need to acquire a certain knowledge, a certain skill, a certain expertise in order to earn money, but you don't have it, it means you will not be able to earn. That's why I said your limit to earning is what you should know but you don't know. Luck is not synonymous with black or race or color or whatever, because money is not race or color sensitive. So it doesn't matter your color, skin color, it doesn't matter your race, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your educational background, your gender, whatever. Money is a neutral agent and it is not sensitive to color. So whether you are black or white, you are Caucasian or whatever, money has no respect for that. So luck is not synonymous with black. And then Africa is not poor because we are black, because there are many Africans who are dusted, who are damn rich. So we are not poor because we are black, we are poor because we are ignorant of the ways of making money. So irrespective of your race, your color, your originality or whatever, once you know how to make money, you will make money and you will attract money. I'll be teaching you subsequent things. I'll be showing you some laws of money. Everything is governed by principles and laws. And once you know the laws and you know the principles and then you apply them, you will get the required result. So simply put, we lack the capacity and the capability to earn. It doesn't matter who you are, your educational background, irrespective. If you lack the capacity and the capability to earn, you will be poor. Ignorance has nothing to do with schooling or education. Please take note of this. The fact that you have gone to school doesn't make you exonerated from ignorance. You can be an educated, ignorant person, or educated ignoramus. You can be schooled, but you are ignorant about the ways of making money. For instance, when you look at our educational system right now, it is purely exam-based, and so we go for theoretical knowledge. They don't teach us about money. They don't teach us about how to make money, how to create money, how to increase our money, how to preserve our money. Nobody cares a damn to teach you that in any schooling system. So ignorance has nothing to do with schooling or education. It simply refers to a state of mind where you lack particular information. So take note of that. particular information or knowledge for your gain or advantage. It means it is not every knowledge and information that you can engage for your gain or your advantage. There is a particular body of knowledge and information that you need in order to take advantage of the world we live in and to make a gain for yourself. It's not every generic knowledge that is applicable to you that can make you financially free. So take note of these fundamentals. What is capacity? So we want to delve in, we want to look at what capacity is, we'll look at what ability is, then we'll conclude what capability is, and then I'll show you 5 dimensions of capacity building, and then we'll be done. So according to the Macmillan English Dictionary of Advanced Learners, capacity is the amount of something that can be put in a container. So the amount of substance that a container can hold or contain, simply put, is capacity. So that's one definition, and this definition relates to the space and quantity. So if we talk of capacity, we are talking of the amount of substance a container or an object can contain. So let's say with a room, if we ask what is the capacity of this room, the seating capacity, we are simply asking how many people can the room contain, and that is the seating capacity of the room. Okay, so that is in relation to space and quantity. So when we talk of capacity, we are looking at it, number one, in terms of space and quantity, and then number two, the amount of goods that a company or individual organization can produce, or the amount of work it can do given a certain amount of resources. Okay, the amount of goods that a company can produce or the amount of work it can do, that is another definition for capacity, and this definition relates to productivity and efficiency. So if we relate it or limit it to an individual, we are asking what you can produce or what you can do given a certain amount of what? Resources, maybe money, maybe we are giving technology. What can you produce? That is your capacity. Okay, and then the third definition has to do with the ability to do something, the ability to do something, and this definition relates to knowledge or know-how or competency and ability. So this definition has to do with what you know, the competencies you have, and then the abilities you have. So that is your capacity. So we are going to be working mostly with this, and then the number 2. Okay, so look at this mathematics equation. Capacity plus ability equals capability. Somebody will ask, what is the difference? We'll look at it soon. So you must have capacity. We looked at the definitions of capacity. Number one, the amount of substance a container can hold or a space can hold. And then we look at what you can do as your ability. So you need both capacity and you need ability to give you capability in order for you to become financially independent. So capacity refers to the potential to develop and become whatever you could or want to become. Okay, so when we talk about capacity development or capacity building in reference to you as an individual, we are looking at it in terms of the potential to develop and become whatever you could or want to become. That is your capacity. And then the ability refers to the skills to do, which you have at a particular type of work or area of learning. Okay, so the capacity is potential, what you are able to do or what you have the space, knowledge, and whatever to be able to acquire the knowledge to do. But then when we come to ability, it refers to the skill to do something which you have at a particular type of work. So maybe you have a certain career choice, you have a certain knowledge area that you need to work with. You need the skill to do a certain work in a certain area of learning. It's not everything you can do. There are things that you can do, there are things you cannot do. So you must find out what you can do and develop the requisite skills. That gives you the ability to do. It is the quality of being able to do a particular job or activity well. So ability is the quality of being able to do a particular job or activity very well. And so in the two definition, capacity and the ability, we deduce capability as the capacity to do backed by the ability to do. So you see, capacity is slightly different from ability. You may have the capacity, but you may not have the ability. For instance, if we give you resources right now, maybe we give you technology, we give you money, and we give you space, and we ask you to produce something out of that. Yes, you have the capacity to produce, which is the technology, which is the space, and which is the resources, financial resources. But you see, because you don't have the knowledge, the skill, and the expertise, you will not be able to produce. So you don't have the capability. You only have capacity to produce, which has to do with the equipment and the technology, and then maybe the financial resources. But in order for you to execute, to use those technologies and then the resources, you need the know-how. You need the ability, and you need the skills and the competencies. So when we put them together, the capacity and the ability, then that gives you the capability, and that is what you need to be able to make a difference. So simply put, we say capability, therefore, is the capacity to do backed by the ability to do. Okay. All right, so what is capacity building? I'm going to show you 5 different dimensions of what I mean by capacity building. All right, so let's get inside. Number 1, capacity building is the process of discovering, developing, and deploying your God-given talents and gifts. All right, everybody is a bundle of God-given talents and gifts. But in order for you to benefit from those, number 1, you have the task of discovering them. You have to unearth them. That's why we talk of potential. They are hidden inside you. They are untapped. They are undeveloped, unharnessed. So you have to discover them, number 1. What is it that you are good at? What is it that you have gifted up from birth that you can develop? So after you have discovered it, you have identified it, you have to develop it. So you are turning it into a skill that has economic value, a skill that has employability, a skill that can give you advantage in life. And then number 3, you have to deploy it. To deploy means to put it to use, okay? So basically, that is what capacity building is. You must discover who you are and what you have. You must develop that thing into a skill, into a competence, and then you must put it to use. That is the deploying. And then you have built capacity to be able to become financially empowered. Nobody employs talent that is hidden. You have to discover it. And after you discover it, nobody employs raw talent. You have to develop it into a skill or a competency. And then you have to put it to use, and then you can earn in exchange because you are now producing or creating value. Number 2, capacity building is the process of drawing from your potential or your potential in order to maximize your life. So your potential is all that is hidden inside you. So capacity building enhances the process of drawing out, pulling out what is hidden inside you. Nobody sees what is inside you until you bring it out. So the first step, we said, discover it, develop it, and then deploy it. So this one, we are looking at you drawing out what is inside you as a talent, as a gift, as a knowledge, as a skill that you have. Even a skill, until you put it to use, nobody can identify that you have that skill. So you draw out, and then people will see it. Now you remember that if you are a student of the Bible, there was a time the Bible says the Spirit of the Lord left King Saul, and then an evil spirit from the Lord came and tormented him. And they said, let us look for somebody who is skillful at playing the harp, so that the person can play the harp, and then the evil spirit will leave Saul. And then they went and brought David, the son of Jesse. That's the question you ask: how did they know that David had the skill of playing a harp? If it was just a potential that was locked up inside him, it means David had a harp. He was a shepherd boy, was taking care of the father's sheep in the wilderness, and I believe he had his harp everywhere he went, and he was good at playing at the harp. And people were looking, and people were seeing, and I believe people were observing and enjoying his music, and they marveled at his skill. So immediately the need and the occasion arose. Immediately he became the first point of reference. Now, when you draw out your potential and then it becomes a public domain skill that everybody knows about. It can help you to maximize your life, because at the least opportunity you will be recommended, and then people will refer you for consideration. That is why you have to build a capacity to draw out every locked up potential that is inside you, whether it's a talent, it's a skill, is a competency. Number 3, so in order to enter potential is all that you can be in life, but you are not yet. It is a well of inexhaustible wealth of talent and capacity for development. So that is what potential is in brief. Number 3, capacity building is the process of developing your internal resources and environment in order to determine your external resources and influence your external environment. This is a loaded one. Let me take my time and explain it to you. Capacity building is the process of developing your internal resources. So now we see that we've been talking of potential, we were talking of talent. So these are all things that are lying within you. So they are part of your internal resources. What you came to this world with from birth, what you carry by virtue of belonging to a certain family, every family with their redemptive gift that they carry. There are families that are footballers, there are families that are musicians, there are families that are politicians, there are families that are various skills. So you must identify, and then you have to develop these internal resources. Everybody God created and brought to this world, he came as a bundle of giftings and talents. So if you fail to develop your own, and then because of that you amount to nothing, or your life ends as nothing, you don't blame anybody, because God packaged you. You are a complete package of God, and so you have to harness what is inside and bring it out. And then you have an internal environment also. When we talk of emotions and we talk of temperament, these are all things that have to do with the internal environment of an individual. So all we are saying here is that capacity building is the process of developing these internal resources and the internal environment. And once you do that, they are going to determine your external resources. What you are going to attract into your life will be determined by the level of development of your internal resources, and then how you manage your internal environment will influence your external environment. So basically, that's another definition of what capacity building is. Look inside you. What do you have inside there? Take that thing, develop it. Take that environment inside you, whether it's a temperament, whether it's whatever, develop it, and then it will determine your external resources, what you are going to attract financially, materially, socially, the environment, and how you are going to influence that environment. Very important. It depends on capacity building, which is the process of developing your internal resources and environment. And then number 4, capacity building is the process of lining up yourself with modern trends. Take note of this one. So you see the thing is graduating. Now you have left potential, you have left internal resources and internal environment. Now you are coming to deal with society. You are coming to deal with information, technology that is advancing, and everything that is dynamic. So we are saying capacity building is the process of lining up yourself with modern trends. So you see, every society you live in, everything is dynamic. Society itself is dynamic. Knowledge is dynamic. Information is dynamic. Technology is dynamic. It means they are revolving, and then they are changing swiftly. And so if you remain with what you know, you knew 10 years ago, what you were taught 20 years ago, and you are still carrying that information, you will soon become obsolete, outdated, outmoded, and you will fizzle out. So to build capacity, it's a process of lining up yourself with modern trends, information, and knowledge that is relevant to your field of operation in order to take advantage of opportunities as they present themselves. Okay, so you line up yourself with modern trends of doing things, modern ways of doing business, modern ways of doing anything that you are doing, profession or career. The modern information, I told you, information, it can become obsolete. Sometimes within 24 hours, within 1 week, Some information that you thought is relevant has become obsolete. Some knowledge that you gathered and you believe that this knowledge you are going to carry for 2 years, within the next 1 month, it becomes obsolete because a new body of knowledge has come out, which is more relevant and more trending to the needs of mankind. And so you have to be abreast with time and the trends that are coming. For instance, let's say you are in graphic design, there are new softwares that are coming, there are new technologies, there are new equipment that are coming, and you are used to the old day pen calligraphic writing. And today we have softwares that can design things, that can sketch, that can come out with great ideas. And then you are not abreast with modern trends of information and knowledge. You will become obsolete and you will be fizzled out. That is the only way you can take advantage of opportunities as they present themselves. It says opportunity comes, but it must meet preparation. So if opportunity comes and then you are not ready, can imagine you are now going back to school to acquire a new or modern trend or modern knowledge or modern information. By the time you come, the opportunity is gone. So capacity building is the process of lining up yourself with modern trends, information, knowledge, and relevant to your field of operation in order to take advantage of opportunities as they come. I said if you fail to do this, you become obsolete. And obsolescence is the state of becoming old-fashioned and no longer used, especially being replaced by something newer and more effective. So if you fail to take advantage of that fourth definition or explanation of capacity building, you become obsolete, and that should be your state. The fifth and the final one is capacity building is a lifetime commitment to invest your time, energy, and resources in acquisition and application of relevant knowledge, skills, and technology to your field of operation. So this is the final stage of capacity building. It's a lifetime commitment. So it means it's not a one-time event. It should be a lifetime commitment. It means always you are updating, you are building yourself. Things are changing. I told you society is dynamic, knowledge is dynamic, information is dynamic, technology is dynamic. It means they are changing. So you have to make a lifetime commitment to invest, number one, your time, number two, your energy, number three, your resources in the acquisition and application. To take note, you don't only acquire, but you also apply relevant knowledge, skills, and technology to your field of operation. Everybody has his or her field of operation. There is a certain body of knowledge, there is a certain body of skills, there is a certain technology or certain set of technologies that are relevant to your field of operation. Make a lifetime commitment to invest your time, your energy, your resources in acquisition of the application of relevant knowledge. So acquire and apply relevant knowledge, skill, and technology to your field of operation. All right, so those are the 5 basic definitions or applications of the capacity building. So go back, watch the video once again, over and over, identify where there is a lack in your life, build your capacity, and then position yourself for every opportunity that comes your way, and then you can take advantage of it. Stay blessed and be empowered financially through capacity building. Commit yourself to lifetime learning. And one of my policy or philosophies in life is that I'm a student for life. I've never come to a place I would say I've graduated from learning, because when you stop learning, you start dying. So subscribe to our channel for more educative and informative videos on financial empowerment. Remember, subscribe to the channel, share the video. If you learned anything valuable, share with a friend and a family. Give us a thumb up, and then also leave a comment for us. But above all, remember to subscribe, because we are going to be posting more educative and informative videos on financial empowerment.